So a subscriber on this YouTube channel for LearnerNet.com asked me recently about Google domains and who do I actually recommend for transfers and hosting sites online. So that's what I wanted to do today, guys, is put up a quick video to answer that very question. Maybe you're curious about this. Maybe you've seen both on Google's official page as well as with Squarespace itself about the purchase that's going down with Google domains, that they're going to be taking over all of those. Of course, like on Squarespace's page, they mentioned that they're going to honor the current pricing for at least 12 months, which is good. But obviously, once that 12 months is up, the pricing is going to revert to theirs. And so I'm going to be sharing with you guys what it actually costs to host your site, at Squarespace, and also what it costs to purchase domain names there. And it's really a decision for you if you're going to stay with that transition, with Squarespace, purchase your domains or future domains, or do your actual hosting of your site, through Squarespace, or if you're going to go with the recommended alternative that I'm going to give you guys today. If you're totally new here to this channel for LearnerNet.com, hit the subscribe button, guys, right below, along with the bell, and that way any future videos that I upload, you'll be sure to receive them. So here on my channel for LearnerNet.com, guys, I focus on domains, web hosting, showing up beginners how to create simple sites online on the cheap. And also for individuals that are looking for maybe side hustles or legitimate opportunities to make money online, the LearnerNet channel is a great place for that. So today we're going to be focusing in on Google domains itself. What's a really good alternative for Google domain? So what I want to do, guys, is take you over to this doc that I prepared. It just goes over a few things that I look for typically with any purchase of a domain name. Of course, there are thousands upon thousands of domain name registrars out there, and I'm not going to spend time on this video talking about all of them. But when I want to create a site itself, there are a few things that I look for that the domain name registrar must have. Obviously, I'm looking for the absolute lowest prices. I want to save money both on the front and back end. Typically you'll have an introductory price, which is super low, but when the actual domain name renews on the following year, the price increases. So I'm looking across the board for the domain name registrar that offers the absolute lowest pricing across the board. The domain name registrar must offer free SSL certificates. You guys will see on my site here for LearnerNet.com that on the site itself, you'll see the padlock in the upper left corner. And obviously that, informs my visitors that my website is secured. So every website online should have an SSL certificate. If you don't have one, you need to get it today. That way it won't be flagged in Google search, and people might be deterred from, visiting your website online. So the domain name registrar must have or issue free SSL certificates. If you are wanting to host your website in the same place as your domain name itself, again, the absolute lowest prices. That way, when it renews, you're saving the most both on the front and back end. And so the actual alternative to Google domains that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today has all of these things in place and more. And there's a link that's right below that you guys can click, and it's going to open up to this particular provider. Maybe you want to do a free transfer over from Google domains. It's really ideal. Obviously, that'll save you a few bucks as well. I also look for domain name privacy protection. It's an essential feature that I think every domain name should have online. It's going to eliminate unsolicited phone calls, spam-related calls, spam-related emails by blocking your information on the Whois directory, private information and such that appears readily on the Whois directory when you purchase a new domain name. So I need that included, with my selection. Also, you need to have great customer support. If you have any questions about your domain, maybe it's not redirecting, maybe it is having whatever issue that's going on, or even with the web hosting, you always want to be able to get in contact with somebody who's knowledgeable and experienced, in that field. And so in the case of Squarespace itself, you do get a free domain name your very first year, and that's only on annual plans. What I wanted to do is share with you guys what it actually costs for those annual plans. You'll see right here on their page for annual, it's already preset right here for Squarespace. you'll see that there are 4 different plans that you can select from: the personal, business, commerce, basic, and also the advanced. It's very, very expensive. Most beginners cannot pay, these prices, but just wanted to share with you guys what it costs for their annual plans itself. Now, the personal plan, it's $289 per month. The business, $409 per month. The basic commerce is $479, and the advanced is $899. So we're talking about some very, very expensive web hosting packages, to host, your site on Squarespace's platform. It's a lot of money. It's very expensive. Most web hosting providers online charge roughly about $20 or less a month. And so, obviously these prices are not for everybody. If you may be like a corporation, or maybe an institution, just like a big, company, maybe you can afford, doing that. But the average person, even with a 14-day free trial, won't be able to afford these prices. But I just wanted to share with you what it actually costs if you were to select an annual plan, with them. So on their various site right here, when you think about cost for domain names at Squarespace, here on their site, it says clearly all Squarespace sites on an annual plan, as I just showed you guys before, it's going to come with a free domain for your very first year. Now, most web hosting providers will give you a free domain for your very first year. That's how domain names are purchased. It's by the year. You can't purchase it, for 3 months, 6 months, or anything less than that. All web hosting providers work that way, and obviously Squarespace is not the exception with that. But you'll notice here it says additional domains are between $360 and $1,308 per year. So we're talking roughly about $30 more or less per month for an additional domain name. So that's very expensive. Again, most web hosting providers online for a web hosting package charge roughly about $20 or less. And that's, again, considering if it's a shared web hosting provider or like a managed WordPress hosting provider, roughly about $20 or less. But like in the case of, like Squarespace, the domain alone itself is about $30. So, I mean, we're talking a lot of money right here, and this is just in domains. And so who do I recommend using, like in this case? Well, if you guys click the link that's right below, it's going to open up to my preferred provider for not only purchasing domain names online, but also for web hosting. And I highly, highly recommend using Namecheap, guys. The link's right below. Click on it. They save you a lot of money, both on the front and back end, not only for your domain name purchases, but also with your web hosting. And again, all of the features that I mentioned with the domain name privacy, it automatically comes, with each domain name. It doesn't matter if you get like a .com, a .net, a .org, any domain name extension, you will be able to, get that feature with it. Okay. And so with the .coms, in the case of Namecheap, they have some amazing deals that they consistently run. And for that reason, I highly recommend, using them. I have like over 30 domains or so, with them that I purchased, all of which have domain name privacy, on it. Some of which I've done like free transfers from GoDaddy. So if you're with GoDaddy or if you've ever been with GoDaddy, then you know what I'm talking about. It's very expensive there as well. And so if you're with right now with Google Domains itself and you're looking to do a transfer over to Namecheap, I highly, highly recommend doing that. When you guys click the link that's right below, you're going to be basically setting up a new account. It's free to do it. You're going to just plug in your information, your billing and that. And from that point, you can initiate the transfer of your current Google domain over to Namecheap. Or if you just want to let your domain name with Google Domains expire, you can do that too. And you can just start from scratch by purchasing a domain name out of the gate. I recommend getting your web hosting also through them. It's very, very cheap, great for beginners online, creating WordPress websites. And you'll save a lot of money both on the front and back end, even with renewals. Only $598 per year. When it renews, it'll be $1398. .net, saving 14% off. It's $1198 for your very first year. When it renews, it's going to renew at $1398. So if you're using this coupon code, guys, at checkout with the link below, newcom $5.98. You get the .com for that rate right there. If you're getting any other domain name extension itself, you better take advantage of some really nice discounts, like across the board, guys. And so when it comes to buying like cheap domain names, guys, I mean, you won't find too many other places online that give you these rates, like as low as $5.98. For that reason, I highly recommend using a Namecheap in this case, guys. When you notice right here, guys, you'll see that they have some amazing deals going on, not only for .coms, but .nets, .ios, and other domain name extensions itself. I always try to buy first a domain name that's a .com. It's just a lot easier for visitors to remember. Like in my case, I mean, learninnet.com. It's a very short domain name itself. There's no dashes or numbers like in the domain name itself. And again, it's a .com, which makes it really easy for people to remember. And so shoot first for a .com. If you're going to be starting off, scratch, go with that. It's only $5.98 for your very first year, guys, when you use the coupon code NEWCOM $5.98. If you don't want to go with a .com, you can select another domain name extension and just go from there. Again, I recommend using their hosting itself. They have amazing deals with that. And by the way, guys, once you log into like the back office of your site itself, the dashboard, you'll see something that looks like this, where you have different options for like dashboard, expiring or expired domains, domain list, where you'll be able to see like all of the domains that you have, with Namecheap. Hosting list that I have it, selected right now. You'll see like your main domain that's associated with your Namecheap account. If you want to access your cPanel, you'll see this button right here. You click on it, and it's just going to redirect and open up to the cPanel itself. And so you'll see all of this that's right here, guys, where, again, you're going to get your free SSL certificate through Namecheap. You'll be able to manage your website very easily, not only with like WordPress, if you want to create on WordPress, or if you want to use like another CMS platform. Of course, you can do that as well. You can check all of your resources that you're using with your account itself that's allotted to it, set up email accounts. You can also do redirects for your domains. So I do that quite often with several domains that I've already purchased through Namecheap. I'll redirect maybe to another site itself that I use, online. And so it's a really great way to, again, redirect traffic. For example, I do like affiliate marketing, online, and I may take like the domain name and I'll redirect the visitor to maybe an affiliate marketing offer. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, then this particular link right here will allow you to do that with any of the domain names that you have registered or that have been transferred over to Namecheap. So there are tons of different resources, guys, that you'll have access to once you get started today using the links up below. If you have any questions at all about, like getting started with Namecheap, or just like with web hosting in general, go ahead and drop your comments right below. And what I'll do is respond to them in a very timely manner. I wanted to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that this video was very resourceful. If you liked it, go ahead and smash your like button, show your support for this YouTube channel. That way other amazing people just like yourselves will be able to find this same YouTube video in search. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And that way future videos that I upload, you'll be sure to receive them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll catch you on the next.